Hello, friends. Back with me again, Joseph, your host, and welcome back to our channel and the Saint Story for Kids. For this episode, let's go back to 7th century Italy to meet our saint. His name is Barbatus, and his feast day is on February 19th. He is the primary patron of Benevento, and also of Chichiano, Castelvenere, and Casalatico. Saint Barbatus of Benevento was a 7th century bishop and missionary known as the Apostle of the South. For his role in converting the Lombard nobility and eradicating paganism in southern Italy, he was born in the village of Vandano, near Cerreto Sanita, then part of the Duchy of Benevento, toward the end of the papacy of Gregory the Great. At that time, Benevento had recently, in 590, been captured by Arian Lombards from the Trinitarian Romans. According to the 9th century Vita, he received a Christian education and spent a good deal of time studying the Christian scriptures. He took holy orders as soon as allowed to do so, and was immediately employed by the local bishop as a preacher, a task for which he had considerable talent. Shortly thereafter, he was made the curate of St. Basil's Church in nearby Morcone, where his preaching was not well received by indifferent parishioners, only nominally Christian. He continued his calls for reform, but eventually returned to Benevento, where he was welcomed back by those who remembered him from earlier. At the time, the people of Benevento still entertained some idolatrous superstitions, including veneration of a golden viper and a local walnut tree. The local Lombard prince, Romuald I, son of the Arian Lombard king Grimoald I, was himself involved in these activities. Barbatus regularly preached against them only to be ignored. Later, he warned the people of the city of the great trials they would soon suffer at the hands of the East Roman Emperor Constans II and his army, who shortly thereafter landed in the area and laid siege to Benevento. The people, in their fear, renounced the practices Barbatus had criticized. He then cut down the tree the locals had worshipped and melted the viper into a chalice for use in the church. Barbatus himself was responsible for a practical form of resistance to Constans. In 1903, the foundations of the Temple of Isis were discovered close to the Arch of Trajan in Benevento. Any fragments of fine sculptures in both the Egyptian and the Greco-Roman style belonging to it were found. They had apparently been used as the foundation of a portion of the city wall, constructed in 663 under the fear of an attack by Constans. The temple having been destroyed by order of Barbatus to provide the necessary material. The presiding Bishop of Benevento, Hildebrand, died during the siege, which ended, as Barbatus had foretold, with the defeat of Constans. After the withdrawal of the invaders, Barbatus was made bishop on March 10, 663, and continued his efforts to eliminate superstition. In 673, Duke Romuald placed the grotto of St. Michael at Gargano under the care of Barbatus. In 680, he assisted in a council held by Pope Agatho, and took part in the 6th General Council held in Constantinople in 681 regarding the monothelites. He died shortly after the end of the council, on the 19th of February, 682, at about 70 years of age. Barbatus is commemorated on February 19th. The Roman martyrology lists Barbatus as one of the chief patrons of the city of Benevento. Tradition holds that Saint Barbatus possessed gifts for exorcism and healing. One account claims that people who drank the water he used to wash his hands after Mass were cured of their illnesses. In religious art, he is often depicted with a crozier, or bishop's staff, or alongside the imagery of the destroyed tree and viper. His remains rest beneath the main altar of the Cathedral of Benevento, with portions also kept at Montevirgin Abbey. So friends, what can we learn from the life of Saint Barbatus? Firstly, we are reminded about the first commandment. I am the Lord your God. You shall not have strange gods before me. Barbatus shows that anything we put before God-given traditions or objects can become an idol. The people of Benevento didn't just say they were sorry. They allowed Barbatus to physically remove the source of their sin. By turning the golden viper, a symbol of evil or paganism, into a chalice, which is a vessel for Christ's blood, illustrates how God recycles our past mistakes into something holy. The Lombards loved their sacred tree because it was comfortable and familiar. What are some modern idols? For example, phones, popularity, habits that we find hard to cut down, even when they pull us away from God. Barbatus was also hated by his first parish because he told them the truth. Is it better to be liked by everyone or to be right with God? Why do you think the people only listened to Barbatus when the city was under siege? Do we only turn to God when we are in crisis mode? Let's think about it and reflect it in our lives. Now let's end our session today with a simple prayer, inspired by the story of Saint Barbatus. Saint Barbatus, you had the strength to speak the truth when others stayed silent. Help us to identify the idols in our own lives and give us the spiritual axe to cut down whatever keeps us from God. Transform our hearts of stone into vessels for your grace. Amen. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope his story inspires you as you learn more about your faith. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stories of our saints. Please consider also becoming a member of our channel or making a one-time donation through Super Thanks to support our mission. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and healthy as usual. See you next time, and God bless you always.